It is 10 a.m. in Hong Kong, and into the first minute of trade there, the Hang Seng Index up by about 76 points, 76.5.
On quarter, even though revenue was only up by 0.9%, so there's obviously some operational improvements within this tobacco company. Arnold, back to you.
Adam, thank you very much. Adam Bhatia. Also to come on the show, is there value in mid-cap stocks? We'll get some picks next in Opportunity Calls. Plus, in about 20 minutes from now, we head to the charts. Ray Barrows, CEO of Ray Barrows Trading, will be our guest for the whole hour. He will chart anything that you want, so get your questions in now at cashflow@cnbcasia.com.
It's 800-706-6490.
NBC.
Our next guest says there is value to be found in mid-cap stocks, and the key is to look for companies that are well-funded. Here to share more is Nagunan Tiruchelvam. He is equities analyst at ABN AMRO Asia Securities. He joins us now here in Singapore. Nagunan, great to see you again. I mean, you were on the show about 3 weeks ago, and you were pretty much bullish on mid-caps at that time, and you still are. Has anything changed, though? I mean, the situation in the U.S. arguably has worsened a little bit. We've had earnings out in Asia. We've had earnings out in the U.S. as well. I mean, what's your sense of how things are?
Well, irrespective of what actually has transpired in terms of earnings in the last few weeks, I think it's important to focus on companies that are well-funded. If a company is well-funded in the mid-cap space, they have the ability to execute their capex program and also to pay out dividends as they have undertaken to do. So companies such as Chemoil Energy, companies such as TAHAB, and also stocks such as Astro All-Asia Networks in Malaysia are companies that I would recommend for people who want to play the mid-cap space, purely because they are well-funded and have the ability to weather whatever downturn we may see in the capital markets.
Nagunan, I want to ask you as well, is there any particular reason why mid-cap as opposed to large cap or small cap, you know, for the preference that you have right now, for your recommendation?
Well, the mid-cap space is the most nimble and the most dynamic in the ASEAN region, because these are companies who have the ability to increase their market share or the ability to enter new markets in a nimble fashion. So for that reason, mid-caps has been an important factor in our asset allocation and in the asset allocation of a number of investors who are looking at the ASEAN region in the last few years.
Okay, Nagunan, you know, one of the big things that we have today is oil at highs. We've had food, you know, at highs as well. How would you play as far as investments are concerned, you know, into these trends, if you like?
I think the oil factor is something which is clearly reflected in food prices. Commodity prices, soft commodity prices have been increasing very rapidly over the last year. However, we feel that soft commodities are due for a correction. The soft commodities that I cover very intensely are palm oil and soybean oil. We expect a correction of about 25% in both those commodities, and I would recommend that investors stay away or go short on some of the producers of these commodities, such as IOI and KLK. If you want to make money in the commodity space, you need to focus on the processors of this commodity. A company like Wilmar International, which we have a target price of 653, is a very good way of playing the commodity theme, because they will make money in the event of a correction in the commodity prices.
And very quickly as well, you know, within the context of ASEAN, which is the region that you're looking very closely at in particular, is there one or two markets which stand out in terms of opportunities above the others?
I would focus on Singapore. Singapore is a jurisdiction which has very strong corporate governance. It is a jurisdiction, it is a market where a number of foreign companies are active, so you have a diversity of exposure, so it's important to look at the Singapore market.
All right, Nagunan, thank you very much for your time again. Great to see you again, you know, after 3 weeks or so. Nagunan Tiruchelvam, he's equities analyst at ABN AMRO Asia Securities.